My challenge today is to convince you that this is actually a fun and enjoyable experience to watch. Hello, I'm Skeldoor. In this series I'll be collecting every tier of axe and restricted to exclusively wielding those axes. Starting with the humble bronze axe, I'll work my way up one tier at a time. Bronze, iron, steel and beyond. From hatchets and pickaxes to battle axes and throwing axes, I'll be taking on some of old school RuneScape's biggest challenges in order to collect them all. This is pickaxes. Last episode we cruised through the bronze hatchet, the bronze pickaxe, the battle axe. Trey's Day did give us a hard time in the haunted mine, but we did develop some special tactics to overcome his trials. So part of the challenge I've given myself for each of these metallic tiers is to achieve all the weapons before I'm allowed to give myself a useful reward. To explain, I'm going to allow myself to unlock 3 rewards of the same tier. The gloves from the Recipe of Disaster questline, the Defender from the Warriors Guild, and the metal boots just obtained from Slayer. These 3 items will give me some decent buffs at the bronze tier, but later on as we move up they'll start to form the core of our combat setup. There's not going to be any major restrictions on the order of when I actually get these rewards, we're just having fun. So let's go and get them. Now I need to collect up a few easy items before I can whack out the requirements for each of these segments of the quest. We've already got ashes and an Eye of Newt, but we'll also need a fruit blast cocktail, and we'll pick up some gnome spice and an orange, as well as a rotten tomato and a Greenman's ale. But yeah, time to hand in those items and start the main quest for a single quest point. Oh my god, such a long cutscene. I don't care about any of this. Days, please just get on with it. So all that gives us at the moment is access to the bank chest downstairs in the basement. Did you ever see a bunch of people sat in the corner of this room as a kid and have no idea what they were up to? The chest itself also acts as a shop, which lets us buy an assortment of food items, and it's also where we obtain our bronze gloves. As we've only got one segment of the quest done so far, we only have access to the hard leather gloves, so we'll need to do one more thing, and I'm thinking Goblin Diplomacy is probably the easiest one for us right now. Just picked up my onions, red berries and wood leaves for the quest. But I'm just going to have a quick shop around and pick up some essentials while we're here. Sorry to break the game for you guys, but these trees are both over and under the ground. Valve, please fix. Grabbing some charcoal, and something to note with Iron Man mode is that it's really like ultimate hoarder mode. I'm just collecting scraps literally wherever I go, knowing that one day maybe they'll be useful. Goblin Diplomacy is done. Yo, check out this cursed entrance to the quest instance. Has anyone actually ever walked through these doors before? What the hell? But now we can start the Goblin subquest here, which sends us back to Goblin Village again.
Oh my god, please stop with the cutscenes.
And that's the Goblin Generals freed, which gives us some nice quest XP, as well as increased access to the chest. Oh my god, this guy, he's identical to me. What the hell? Should I say something to him? Surely this man is my doppelganger, my soulmate. I'm going to say something. I'm going to tell him the way that I feel about him. I'm going to tell him... Oh. Anyway, that's bronze gloves unlocked. 130 coins seems like a pretty good deal to me. They give me a mild boost to my stats, but you gotta think that when I'm using bronze weapons, anything is a significant fraction of those weapon stats. So we got these fancy gloves now, but we're still looking a little bit underpowered with these poopy bronze, brown poop axe bronze. So we're gonna do ourselves a favor and upgrade it. For us, that means we're heading straight to old school RuneScape's first raid, the Chambers of Xeric. Maybe this is a little bit embarrassing, I'm not really sure, but I've never actually done a Chambers of Xeric raid before. But we can give that a go. I mean, how hard could it be? We have the power of axe. Okay, I need to be in a party. Not really sure what that means. Okay then, make a party? I must be in a chat channel to create a party. Again, not really sure what that means, but okay. Okay, I think it's down here. I've literally never set up a channel before. I've got these chunk ones listed for like the other account, Chunkfiller, but I thought those were clans. I don't know. I don't really know what a chat channel is. I'm not even really sure why Skeldoor is there. Okay, something like this then. Can I join Skeldoor's chat channel now? No? Okay, not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing. Set prefix. Ah, okay. I need a prefix apparently. Now I can join myself. Yes, we're in, guys, we're in. Don't worry, I am an elite hacker. Okay, now I can make a party. Yes, this looks better than before. Still a bit confused though. Hopefully that's enough to let me in. Okay, yes, there we go, we're in. Okay, so if we look up to the top here, it quite clearly says which actually stands for subscribe cheerfully for creative pickaxes content soon coming for summer. First up is Vanguards. All I know about these guys is the tentacles. Bloody hell, so many random UI things just to bloody enter this raid. Okay, maybe I was being a little bit misleading with this. I won't actually be finishing this raid. Although, did you really think I'd be clutching this whole thing with a bronze axe and 12 toad batters? Instead, we'll want these guys, the scavenger beasts. These guys drop a whole bunch of tools useful for the raid. Aha! Including the iron pickaxe, which is the first edition of our iron tier axes. Very nice, very nice. That was quite quick. I wasn't expecting it to come so quickly. Now you might think you're getting a little bit lost with all the axes that you need to keep track of throughout this series, so to fix that, I created this. I added the axes in this journey to my collection log so that I can keep track of them in game, but also to give you guys a little bit of a visualization of how we're actually doing. Now I haven't included every single axe in here just because our exact route might change later on for some of the special axes, but let me know in the comments what you think of it. Is it a cool idea or not? While we're here, I'll just show you the tentacles I was talking about. Yeah, boy, look at them go. Oh shit, he's getting me. Oh fuck, he's getting me good. Right, that's my new best in slot sorted out anyway. Iron doesn't have insane stats compared to bronze, but I've got this little accuracy and, you know, every little helps. We can also add that to our pickaxes tab now as our first item in the iron tier. Now that we're empowered with our iron pickaxe, it's time to start working on that defender grind. I'll need 65 strength, 65 attack in order to enter the Warriors Guild, so we're starting out at 60 attack and 65 strength. We actually don't have long to go. In fact, using the power of not recording a bunch of boring shit, there's level 65 right now. Wow. Yeah, so that means that we're good to go and start gathering up some armor sets to use as combat practice in the Warriors Guild. It's one of the easiest mini games there. It just allows you to set up an animated combat dummy to fight against, and when you kill it, you rack up some points which you can redeem later for chances at the defender. I'm not really sure how hard this fight is going to be for us with an iron pickaxe, so I'm just going to bring a bronze and then an armor iron set to give us some options if we get stomped a little bit too hard. Pesca's shop sells both helmets, which completes the sets. Okay, so a brief pause here. At this point, I went on holiday to Japan. It was cool. Unfortunately, it was a whole lot of XP waste though. However, this little break did bring two interesting things for our account. Well, if you go down to the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. Forestry got released today, which is nice content overall, especially because it's axe related. But also in phase 2 of Forestry, we're going to be getting some two-handed versions of all the hatchets, which means we'll have more axes to pick. Whoa. The second addition to this is that apparently before I left for Japan, I was down in the haunted mine again when my membership ran out, which means I got teleported back to Lumbridge and also smuggled this glowing mushroom out with me. Normally if you try and leave the mine with this, it'll wither away in the sunlight, so it's a nice little placeholder and will give us those nice memories of Traeus. Let's go check out Forestry since it's day 1 of the release. Should be pretty popular. Nice, someone's already calling someone else a nonce. Jesus, there is so many people here. The majority of them aren't even rendering. There's just beavers everywhere. Not 100% sure yet what's going on with all these things, but it seems like you get a buff if you're sharing the same tree. Should be pretty nice for me, considering I'm stuck at low level axes for quite a while. Bloody hell, it's like literally like a few hours after release and someone's already got the blue beaver. Nice. I'm still using my bronze axe, but I'm getting levels so fast. Forestry is insane for the early game. We're already up to level 41 woodcutting now, which means I can chop with the rune axe, if I had one. We're all the way up to level 50 woodcutting now on the next day. I think I'm probably going to call it here now and pack up. I'm going to start going for that defender again, since that was the original goal before I took the break. Ah, the Warriors Guild. 2006 content at its finest. Nicely for us, there's a potion store here, which is pretty great considering we don't have the herb lore level to create anything worthwhile yet. We can also pick up some easy food at the shop next door. Ah, crud. There's a pin. I think I remember actually. It's the price of a plain pizza and a large sourdough and brew. $10.77. For those that don't know, this mini game, if you call it a game, involves putting a set of armor on this animator, killing the created animated armor, and then you get tokens as a reward with increasing amounts scaling with the metallic tier of the armor you choose. When you kill the armor, you get the tokens and all of your armor back so you can start again. Unless you're fucking dumb like me and forgot that only the black tier of armor and above has a 100% chance to give you your pieces of armor back. Fuck's sake. Okay, well, we've still got the bronze set, so we might as well finish that one off too. Okay, so we have 20 tokens, but apparently we need a minimum of 100 before Camfrina, interesting name, here will let us into the room with Cyclops. So let's have a look what these other minigames entail. I literally and fully honestly have never in my life done any other minigame here than the armor one, so this will be a learning experience. Okay, so I stand on the target. Oh, no, okay. Equip the shield. Okay, yes, give me the shield, Gamfred. Oh ho ho, okay, something's happening here. You successfully defend. Okay, I did something there. Okay, that one hurt. I'm not really sure what's going on yet. Magic defense. Oh, it's the spinning orb thing. Okay. I've got to recognize it in the air and then choose. Yeah, okay, this is pretty easy. I do bet that the easiness of this, though, is in direct correlation with how terrible the tokens it gives. You know what, actually, 11 tokens, that's not too bad, considering we barely have any myself right now. Let's keep having a look around anyway. There's a shop here that sells, sells a bit of everything, honestly. How often do you get a shop with a scroll bar, eh? And they've even got some axes too. Crazy how 2006 Jagex predicted the rise of axe locked account in 2023. Mad. Over here we have another minigame. Looks like, is it racing? Is it racing of some sort? No, it's shot put, I guess. I'm too exhausted, apparently. Well, I am having a lot of fun in this guild, but I wouldn't say I need a break right now. Must be like a run energy thing. Very unique. What's the minimum I actually have to do here to do anything? I'm going to see if I have any energy restoration. I do have these 2 strange fruit. I guess it's better than nothing. Whoa. I didn't realize this door gave you strength XP. Hello and welcome to my door locked Iron Man. Today's episode is all about, and you're not going to believe this, doors. They're everywhere and you can open them and then you can close them and God, the list of things you can do with them just goes on and on and on. So I won't bore you guys with the details. Jump on in right now. Welcome to my doorman, the only Iron Man that uses doors. Right, so I've got some run energy now. Are you going to let me throw? No, I need my hands free. Oh, the gloves. I see. Guess we'll go with the first one. Yo, look at me go. This man's birth name is 22 LB Shot Put Referee. His mother on the day of his birth looked him in the eyes and said, I name him as I see him. This is little 22 LB Shot Put Referee. Okay, continuing on. This minigame is boring as shit too, but at least this place is consistent so far. The tickets you get from it are decent, but if you don't have a way to restore your run energy constantly, you spend 95% of your time just waiting around. Next room, and this shit is head balancing kegs. What can I say? And it also gives terrible tokens. Next room. There is an information scroll here. I bet it would tell me what I need to do in this room. Do I A, click the scroll to find out how to do the minigame and prevent myself from wasting my own time any further? Or B, not do that? Okay, so it wants me to attack with the right attack style, I guess? How the hell am I supposed to know what attack style it wants? A man carrying rock style. Short scimitar style. Defensive. I know that one. Bloody hell, laser eyes. Like, I'm guessing laser eyes means accurate, but like, Jesus, Jagex. Who thought laser eyes would be a good way to show accuracy? Yeah, surprise, surprise, this one also gives shit tokens. Who could have guessed? However, that does push us over the 100 token threshold, which means that we should be allowed inside of the Cyclops room now. The general idea here is that the Cyclops drop whatever tier of defender you're allowed to get next at a 1 in 50 drop rate. Today's assistant Vacrax is here on a dry streak with 140 killed. And he's only got one defender. Poor guy. 1 in 50 ain't bad, but with my crappy gear and stats, we could be in for a world of LOL 3KC.
Suspect!
Right, so this is our setup so far. The bronze defender doesn't do tons by itself, but if we combine it with all our other accuracy increasing items, then the iron pickaxe is getting a decent amount of help now. I think it's time we went and picked up the iron axe now. And what better way to honour my other series, Chunkvaler, the chunk-locked barbarian, than by taking ourselves to his hometown of Barbarian Village and slaying the barbarian leader, Gunther the Brave. Definitely not just trying to plug my other series for better engagement, I swear. Before we start this fight, I just want to explain a little bit more about my strategy. We are in Barbarian Village. Inside this long hall, Gunther the Barbarian awaits. Gunther will spawn on this tile here. This is the tile where the fight begins and our struggle for survival will take place. It's critically important that you know that he spawns here. Right here on this tile here. I cannot stress this enough. He spawns here. I know you already take this very seriously, and so please write this down somewhere. Tile ID 30813443. That is the exact tile coordinate where our fate will be decided. My plan, you ask? I'm going to click on him until he's dead. Oh fuck, I actually forgot to record it, but yeah, I killed him a few times, and then I got the axe drop. What can I say really? Oh, don't mind me, just adding the iron axe to my collection while I'm catching up on the latest Josh Isn't Gaming video.
I've been watching by release and seeing how so many of those quests.
Next up, I'm going to pick up some bronze boots to complete the bronze reward set. I do need to train my Slayer up a little bit so that I'm able to kill cave crawlers. And Vanika's very nicely given us a task here of 94 moss giants. So that'll be way more than enough to get us started. I already had 9 Slayer, so I killed a few, and here's level 10. Think we're already ready to head over to Lumbridge. Now this is a little bit sketchy. I only have a candle here, so there's a potential for the swamp gas explosions while we're down here. Maybe a little bit of foreshadowing, but I've also forgotten my tinderbox. Oh no! I sure hope that doesn't backfire and come back later to bite me. Cave crawlers aren't too hard, but they've got extra fast health regeneration, which is going to be slowing me down a little bit. The poison hit's pretty hard too, starting at 8, so I'm glad I remembered my anti-poison. These guys actually drop a whole host of herblore supplies, including vials of water and herbs, secondaries to make a good number of potions. If you're down here long enough, you could definitely make a bit of free herblore training. Hey, now remember that little bit of foreshadowing I just did about not ringing a tinderbox? Hey? Remember that? Yeah, well, it was just fine. The candle didn't go out once, and I never learnt my lesson. The bronze boots have been achieved. Lovely stuff. That's the last tier of bronze rewards I'm giving myself. It's all iron from now on. We're going to ignore that these boots are kind of technically worse for combat than the combat boots at this stage. As we get higher up in the metallic tiers, the metal boots will overtake eventually. Thugs are next up for our iron battle axe. Yeah, let's add that to the tracker and continue on. So next up, we need to talk about the Iron Throne Axe. The Iron Throne Axe is a bit of a tricky one really. The only source of this item in the entire game is the shop in the Ranging Guild, an area that is currently locked behind a level 40 ranged requirement. And when I say the only source, I really do mean it. You see, I've had a decent few comments now saying that I've achieved the Bronze Throne Axe already through such ridiculous means, I should allow myself to skip the grind of killing all those zombies to collect up the throwing axes that I need for level 40 ranged by just smithing them myself. But therein lies the issue. Throwing axes are not smithable. They're not craftable in any way, and the only source for the iron ones, at least that I can find, is this one shop locked behind 40 ranged. That means that there is no easy option really, with each throwing axe providing an estimated 30 range XP before breaking. I'll need nearly 1,500 bronze throwing axes, which means at a 1 in 42 drop rate, 63,000 zombies are going to need to be killed just to get level 40 ranged. Doesn't really seem like I have an option at this stage. Unless we get ourselves into the Ranger Guild without throwing a single axe. Unless we can big brain another way through those doors without gaining a single drop of combat XP. And well, that's exactly what we're going to do. There are quests that reward ranged XP, and I've sorted these here by ranged requirement. Death to the Dorgashun, perfect quest for us. 2k XP gets us to level 13. Heroes quest, we'll come back to that one. Quite a lot of requirements there. Horror from the Deep, another lovely quest for us for a running total of 6,662 XP, which would get us level 23. And then we're kind of stuck. We're 7 levels off the next quest, Big Chompy Bird Hunting, and unless we can find some sort of excuse later on, bird hunting, the Scratch subquest, Zoga Flesh Eaters, and Chompy Bird Hunting in general, all require non-axe specific combat in order to progress. Achievement diaries give lamps, but they also require level 30 in a skill before you can actually use the XP reward. Yeah, we're gonna have to think about this. In the meantime though, let's get started on those quests. First up is Horror from the Deep. Kinda like the last episode with the Haunted Mine, there's a few requirements we need to crack out at the start of this quest. The start of this quest is not really overly worth mentioning. The finale is when all the action starts. Before we get started on the finale, I'd just like to show you what we're up against here and lay out a few of our strategies. During this part of the quest, we need to defeat the Dagonoth Mother. The Mother uses both melee and a special ranged attack where she fires 2 projectiles at once, creating a potential damage stack of up to 24 hit points. The Mother also has a defensive ability. Her entire body will change colour to signify the attack style that she is currently weak to, making her immune to all other types of damage. White, blue, orange, brown, red, green. Armed with only our trusty iron axe, we'll need to damage her when she's weak to melee during her orange phase. And we're also going to need to keep our own health up while whittling her down in between the colour cycles. We can try and make the most of this downtime by using recoils to deal chip damage. But we'll also need to keep an eye on our food reserves in order to make this possible. Let's give it a go. So this is the baby before the mother, and I gotta say already we're not doing a lot of damage. Okay, just the baby one took 5 minutes of pickaxing to take down. Wonderful stuff. Why did I do this to myself? Shit, boy, here we go. I've obviously not got enough food here, but I just want to take a quick look at the mechanics. So it says in the chat here, when she changes colour. What colour is that? Is that orange? Is that brown? Am I colourblind, or is that not amazingly obvious? I mean, and now red, that one's obvious. Hey, why did the Dagonoth blush? Because the seaweed. Okay, yeah, that one's green. I know that one. Right, she's turned back to orange. Let's see what kind of damage we can do to her. Flicking a little bit of incredible reflexes here for the attack buff. Doesn't seem to be doing too well. Oh, a 5. A 5 is cool. That's a good amount of damage. Her colour cycle takes about 100 seconds, so 5 damage every 100 seconds. Not too bad. We'll kill her in like, what? 35 minutes? Not too shabby. I do think we're in desperate need for those recoils. I mean, there's probably better shops for this, but just picked up a few sapphires so we can make our own recoils. We have a ring mold, we have gold bars, and we have water runes, but we will need to pick up some more cosmics in just a second. Mage Bank is always nice for cosmics, so that's 5 recoils. Each one can do 40 hit points of damage, which should be more than enough for the Dagoth Mother. Right, let's give this another go with recoils. I'm not 100% sure on what my tactic should be, but I feel like I should try going in maybe only on the orange phase just to see. That's the only time I can do any damage, so does protect from range make sense? I mean, I want to take damage surely if I'm using recoils. God damn, I really do not do much damage. What if I just try tanking all the damage throughout all the other phases to try and maximize the recoil damage? Right, well, I did get a bit of damage off. Sort of running out of prayer soon though, and I've barely scratched her. Maybe I should just not pray at all and go for the most damage possible. But then I don't really have enough food. I don't know. Fuck it. I don't know. So, new theory is monk robes. I get pretty much the same prayer bonus, but kind of shit defensive stats. Meaning I should take more damage, which will trigger more recoil procs. But then also, I'll be able to keep my attack and strength prayers on for longer too. Oof, I am definitely taking more damage. But also, we are for sure doing more damage to her now as well. We just keep running out of food though. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck Horrid from the Deep for a little while. You guys aren't here to watch me fail. You're here to watch me progress. So we're going to take a break and come back to this later. I spunked out the Lost Tribe quest as that leads us on to Death to the Dorgashan. You must be the famous Pixaxes. No, sorry, I'm not. I'm not Pixaxes. Oh, am I joking with you? I am Pixaxes. Pleased to meet you. I'm Zanuck of the Dog. Oh, no, sorry. You said Pixaxes? No, sorry, that's not me. Sorry, I've misled you here. Sorry. Nice meeting you though. See you around. Oh, gee, an agility obstacle? I sure hope I don't fall in that water. Nice. This is me when me with your mum and like when me and your mum are together. It's when the end of this quest is actually pretty easy for us because melee is required here as he prays protect from range the whole time. That's 2,000 range XP, taking me all the way up to level 15 ranged. That's pretty decent. Nice to see a bit of progress at least anyway. A cool benefit from having that quest complete is now we can thieve from these chests under the Ham hideout. They have a chance of giving sapphire rings, which means we don't have to craft our own anymore for recoils. I've got 2 more here, which I'm hoping is enough. I've also picked up some sapphire amulets for games necklaces, just to increase our teleporting abilities a little bit. Right, round 2 against Mother. I am hoping that this area isn't in some sort of weird instance that will delete our items if we die, and I'm actually counting on that fact so that I can leave this stack of salmon on the floor for a second attempt. But man, I really just wish that during this attempt we could find some sort of crazy way to just gain additional ranged XP. Oh wow, an XP random. Lovely free ranged XP. So leaving to the classroom and back has actually reset this room, so I'm hoping we can just try again here. Okay, there we go. Now the question is, if we go back to the lighthouse, will our salmons still be stacked on the floor where we died? Moment of truth. No. Oh yes, they're there. The game tried to trick me. Okay, so that's good, that's lovely. I guess I'm going to be quick and stack up a few more of these and we'll come back again. Okay, here we go. Another full inventory of food. Let's give this a go. This is actually not that intense, we're just waiting for the damage to come in here really. No, seriously, it's not that deep, I'm literally just... I'm literally just eating food and... It's actually getting a little bit spooky here now that we're on our last stack of food. Most of it is salmon as well. And it looks like one more should do it. Hey... Very nice. You have survived the horror from the deep. 4,662 ranged XP. That is lovely to see. Come on, come on. What level does that get? 24, from 15 to 24, not bad at all. For completing this quest, I also get to choose one of the god books, and let's be real here, the cool kid picks Zamorak, the tryhards pick Saradomin, and probably also choose Alliance. But yeah, for now, at least that is a nice +5 prayer bonus in the shield slot. Might come in handy at some point. Okay, so brief break again here to refresh your attention. We're here to talk about our climb to level 30 ranged from here. We're going to have to employ some special lamp techniques. I would love to use the lamps from the achievement diaries, but those require a level 30 base. Lucky for us, we have access to the Varrock Museum, and historian our boy Seth loves gossip. He's great at digging up dirt, but he's terrible at keeping secrets. He wants to know all the juicy details to a whole bunch of quests. In particular, he really wants to know about the Shield of Arav, making history, and also Merlin's crystal. In fact, he really wants to know that goss so bad, he's willing to reward us with 1,000 XP lamp for each one we complete. But wait, there's more. In the previous episode, when we were killing zombies in Tarn's lair, one of them happened to drop a ranging potion. A ranging potion which can boost our ranging by 7 levels. Now, I'm not sure that let us into the guild with only a boosted skill of 40 over 33, but that is our first goal at least. 33 ranged, here we come. Very quickly, that Shield of Arav out of the way for that first lamp. Another activity we have access to at the museum is cleaning museum finds. Occasionally, in these uncleaned finds, you can find common artifacts, which you can trade in to the workers here for an approximate 1 in 100 chance to get an XP lamp that gives 500 XP. We're definitely going to use this method to top up our final few levels, because I think we're going to end up very close to our goal here. Oh, also, I very easily found a clean necklace, which is nice. That'll unlock the ability for it to directly teleport to Fossil Island later on. Just been trying to complete the rest of the museum exhibits here, and we just found our first 500 XP lamp. Sticking that on ranged for level 26, kinda cool, eh? I'm not going to make you watch me collect these lamps in real time, but I do want you to know of my suffering during this time. So here's a very sped up version of this grind, and also here is a picture of a sad monkey that represents my emotions at this time. And if that's kind of bumming you out, then here's me getting a new high score on Subway Surfer. And if that's too much overstimulation, I fully understand, then I'd recommend you ignore all of that and watch a video from Josh Isn't Gaming's fantastic Yanil Chunk series. But then obviously I don't want you to forget my suffering though back here. So I'm going to draw a circle around that which will beep and flash around the important part I would like you to focus on. And every few seconds you'll hear this noise, just as a little reminder to stay focused on the effort that I put into this video. And also, I'll add a little counter down here, just to show the number of hours that have gone into this grind at the museum. grind at the museum, like night at the museum. Right, okay, so this part of the video is really important to me. So I'm going to leave this going for like another, I don't know, 25, 30 minutes. Let me know if it's too much. You shouldn't need to though. I have quite an intimate connection with my viewers, so I understand when a joke's gone on too long and when the viewer is sick of it. Oh shit, that's the last lamp I need. That's it, level 30 ranged. We still don't have access to the ranging guild here yet, but level 30 is when we can start using our diary rewards on ranged. So I whipped out the Varrock diary super quick. I didn't realize the newspaper you buy actually has an obituary section, which is pretty lol. I jumped over this style here. Alright Toby, thanks for the lamp mate. Yeah, shut the fuck up now. Who gives a shit about this shitty Varrock armor? We're all here for the lamp, aren't we? You see, I can't use that on magic yet because it's less than 30, you know. Very nice. Straight to level 31.5. That's so much faster than the museum, bloody hell. Next up is the Wilderness Diary. Oh yeah, don't mind me lad, just getting my head kicked in by an elephant. On the way to do the Red Spider Egg Diary task and just got ourselves a nice little genie lamp. I've always thought this place is really weird. It's always just felt out of place and kind of cobbled together. Oh man, it's so good to see that we have an active community in this game. We got my boy, GCPJCNLNKLGG. We got this guy. Unfortunately for him though, the first 4,280 claims were already claimed. Yo, McTile, yo, settled. So nice of you to pop by. And that's actually it for wilderness tasks. We've got a free lamp here. I just want to get a few things ready here. I've not really tested this plan, so I really am hoping. Okay, so there's our wilderness diary on ranged for, straight to level 33. We might have just done it. And now, does the ranged bot give us the level we need? Yes, it did. It did say 40 there for like a single second, but yes, in theory, that's it. Let's go dump this on Herblore and then we'll head out to the Ranger Guild. If you are an experienced archer, mate, I've never shot an arrow, I've never held a bow in my life. No entry unless I'm a level 40 ranger. Our boost is still ticking down here, so we need to be a little bit quick. And here we go. Oh, I'm in. I am in. We completed a diary task too. That's very nice. But geez, this is a relief. Where is the shop in this place? I have not done my research. Is it one of these guys? Ah, yes. Tribal weapon salesman. Oh, would you look at that stock? Ah, geez, man, that's gorgeous. How much? 3 coins? 3 coins for the bronze ones. 9 coins for the iron ones. The price goes up quite quick though. Bloody hell. 572 coins for a single rune throwing axe. Alright, enough stalling. Let's do it. I will have 1 iron throwing axe. Thank you very, very much. And look at that beauty. Ah, I love it. You know what? Give me 1 million. I want to use these on someone. And would you look at that? I've finally unlocked genuine range training. Many hours into this account. We did it, boys. Got the iron throwing axes in the bank now. Let's get them all out and have a look at them together. Ah, what can I say? Fantastic. The iron tier has been completed. Steel now awaits us. Yeah, so if you liked that video, tell me in a comment what part you liked. If you didn't like that video, well,